I feel like a star, but only strictly where I'm famous. I'm in this for the longest haul, like we'll see where it takes us. I'm throwing back these double shots like whiskey here is weightless. Cause this career I chose was even riskier than Vegas, yo.
Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Colby Rebel Show. I am your host, Colby Rebel, where my goal tonight is to answer that question or make that connection for you. So, you know the rules. Let's get into those call lines. Here we go. 310-997-4966. 310-997-4966. I will be choosing callers at random. And again, you can ask that psychic question, or perhaps you want that spirit connection. So you just let me know who it is you want to connect to or what that question is, and I will do my absolute best to connect and to help you. So looking forward to tonight. You know, I've had a few date nights and they're always just so much fun to listen back to and to just kind of see how much healing these connections can make in our lives. Last night was really fun. I had the beginners animal communication workshop and we had a blast. You know, it's amazing when we realize we can make those connections even to animals. Animals absolutely are with us and around us. So, couple things coming up just to mention. Next week begins the next round of the spiritual development circle. So there are two here. We have the advanced spirit development circle, and this is on Tuesday nights from 6:30 to 8:30. And of course, we have the beginner. So just starting out, wanting to learn, perhaps build that confidence a little more. Those are on Wednesday nights, 6:30 to 8:30. So last chance to register for those. But one of the things I do love so much about them is the connections we make. A lot of friendships, a lot of people have that safe place to come in to practice. We get wonderful volunteers to help us. So you can always go ahead and sign up, register, and really excited for tonight. So lots of callers in the call line. So my goodness, let us do some callers. So a couple things, you all are so good at this by now, but let's just get a little bit of the housekeeping rules here. Make sure you are not on speakerphone and that you're not listening to the show as you answer if your area code is called, okay? It creates that feedback and then we are forced to drop that call. Also, if you don't mind, just take anything that is barking, yelping, yelling, and just lock it into a closet or in the basement, attic, any place that would be more quiet for the next 50 minutes while we connect together. That includes husbands, partners, spouses, children, pets, anything. Just feel free. Closet, basement, attic, they will be fine for 50 minutes. Just kidding. But anyhow, I'm excited. So let's go ahead and take your calls here and let's see who we have. And here we go. How about 302? Hi, 302.
Hi,
Hi there. Who is this?
Jessica.
Hi, Jessica. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good and so much better. What can we do for you tonight, sweetheart?
I had my earbuds in I was waiting for you to select me, so I just took them. I just took them out because I thought I was gonna have to wait a while. But
okay.
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Are you from New Jersey by chance?
No, actually, I'm from Newark, Delaware.
Oh, you got that East Coast accent that we all love so much.
Yeah. Everybody thinks I'm either from like North Carolina or someplace down south. But no, I'm from Delaware.
Oh, fun. Well, what can I do for you tonight, Jessica?
I want to try and connect with my father.
Okay, got it. And it's been a little while since your dad has passed away. Am I correct?
Yes, it's been a little while since he's passed.
Okay. He gives me the sense too, though, you would understand Your dad's like a big love bug. I mean, like as soon as I open up to him, he's just like, it's got a big smile, a big hug, kind of just like this really warm guy. Does that make sense around dad?
Yes.
Also, I'm kind of curious, did he happen to have facial hair? Because he keeps showing me facial hair.
Yes.
Okay. He gives me the sense too. This is something odd and small, but I think when he would either get embarrassed or his cheeks would get like a little red. Do you remember that? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
okay, because he gives me that around him and he just gives me the kindest eyes. I mean, like, he loves girls, though. I can tell you, loves girls.
Yes. Amen. Amen.
and And so I feel like, and very much genuinely. So I do believe him to be a bit blue collar, right? So really good at maybe working with his hands or fixing things, but very down to
Yes.
earth. Makes sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Do you know,
Both.
did he do anything with plumbing or piping or anything like this at all that you know, Jessica?
In well, in a little, in some sort, in his career. Yes.
Okay. Because he shows me him, when he fixed things or worked on the homes or buildings, he really enjoyed that. I feel like that was something he really enjoyed doing. And I also get the sense he had a workshop or like his garage or something he'd like spending time in.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. He loved to. Yes, he loved to go out into the garage after he
Yeah.
got off work.
Yeah, he did. And not he's making a joke and saying not to escape mom though.
Mom.
No. So
Okay.
not to escape her. So like he's making a joke. I feel like he just really enjoyed that alone time just to kind of work on things. It helped him decompress. It helped him kind of relax. You understand that?
Um. Yes and no. I guess. Yes.
Okay. Okay. What I can say is he doesn't want to say anything negative about mom. I just know that. Okay. So whatever that
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
he's not saying
Yes, that was
anything
the type of
negative.
man he was.
Yeah,
Yes, that was the type of man he was.
yeah, he is not saying anything negative, okay? He also gives me now he brings me to, this is interesting. I don't know if you remember this. He shows me a Father's Day card. So I feel like there's a significance to it. Either it was the last Father's Day you were together, perhaps he passed near Father's Day, but he shows me a Father's Day card and I feel like this card really meant a lot to him. So I felt like you gave him this card. I feel like it was kind of one of those nice mushy cards, but I also feel like it meant a lot to him. So do you remember doing that, honey?
Well, it kind of. I was in a car accident, and
Okay.
he wrote me a letter that I still. It'll be 19 years in February, and I have a tattoo on my left shoulder above my heart. But I mean,
Okay.
I can't read the letter that he wrote me.
Okay.
Um,
I feel like do you remember giving him a Father's Day card or anything that's significant near Father's Day? I don't know if the car accident was near Father's Day or his passing or to me it's a father.
no, his um, no, those no, they
I,
don't
I
relate.
I think they do. All right. So what I want you to do is when you get off of this, I want you to just kind of go back. He's being very, very persistent, so I have to go with him. I just may not be expressing it the right way. But when you get off, think of like when Father's Day is, and I keep getting like June 19th. I don't even know when Father's Day is. But look, I just
No,
want you to look
no,
and think about a card that he would have had or a card they found, that was there he kept after he passed. But to me, it's something he had from you. So I'm just gonna
would it be like on my birthday instead of a Father's Day? Because my birthday's in June.
it's to me, it's a card you gave him. I feel like it's a card you gave him, and I feel like he still had that card after he passed. So just try to
Okay.
sit with that and think of that after we hang up,
Okay.
okay?
Okay. Because I've given him
Because
a lot of cards.
yeah,
So
because
okay, okay, I understand.
yeah, because I feel like that it meant a lot to him. And I feel like I remember he's like, it even brought some tears to his eyes. So just try to think of that when we hang up, and then
Okay,
you can
then
put
maybe
it
I
in
can
the,
remember that card.
yeah, in the Facebook comments, okay? And then he also shows me, though, one of the things around him is like his big hands or his hands, because I feel like when he held you and, it's like he could settle you down, he could calm you down, he could just make you feel like the whole world was okay again, Very, very dedicated to you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And he also gives me the feeling too, like, I feel like I mean this with love, Jessica, love, but you can be a little emotional. And like I said, and I feel like, when you would get upset or when you'd have these major disappointments, he shows me being right there and just kind of putting it all together, like reminding you you're beautiful, telling you what you're worth. He would do all of this for you. You know that?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
he was the only one that did. He was the only one that did it.
Yeah.
My mom never did. He was the
Yeah.
only one that did.
He really makes me feel like he did. Also, with this car accident, though, did you happen to have a neck injury as well, sweetheart?
Um, it- I have a traumatic brain injury due to my
Okay,
car accident.
that's what it is, because he shows me that recovery. I feel like was extensive, a lot of hospital stay, and he really makes me feel
Yes.
like he was there all the time for you. I feel like he was there a lot, always just trying to sit there and show up for you. You understand that? Do you remember that?
Yes,
We,
as much as he could.
Yeah, as much as he could. But your dad, now again, what's interesting here is I don't know if your dad had something with his chest or his heart that contributed to his passing, or if he's talking about that tattoo above your heart. But do you know if your dad also had either a heart issue or something around his chest as well?
He had a tattoo on his
Oh,
left
that's what it
shoulder.
is. Okay. That's what he's talking
I
about
mean,
then, because I couldn't tell
yeah,
if he was talking about the tattoo or his heart, but I get what he's doing. He's just saying it's the same. So I feel like he's also honoring that. He makes me feel like he has a brother with him. Like there's an uncle on the other side for him. So
yeah.
okay. So he's letting us know he's with him and they're hanging out. But I also feel like your dad really, he wasn't leaving you, but I do know he'd like to either maybe go fishing or head out to the woods a little bit. He makes me feel like he needed to get away a little bit. You understand this?
Yeah, he likes fishing. Yeah.
Okay. But anyhow, he just lets me know, honey, that he is just so much by your side, okay? Because again, it's been a rough road. I think even since he's passed, right? There's a rough road. It's like you lost your best friend, but he's letting me know he's there with you. He's by you. But he also gives me a sense of like holding your hand and still being right there with you, letting you know he's never left you, okay? And that I know it's hard because you feel alone, but he's right there with you. All right, honey?
Um, uh, I just I want to know like how he passed and like who like I'm blamed for it. Like my mom, because my parents were divorced, and
Yeah.
my mom blamed me because it was after my accident, and it was like I was blamed for him passing.
Well, I don't, I mean, obviously he does not blame you at all. I feel like he didn't necessarily take care of himself the way he needed to, but he does not blame you at all. I do feel like something about stress, though, is a contributing factor, the stress, but he does not blame you at all. So I don't want you to take that on. Okay.
Was it accidental or was it purposely?
To me, it feels much more accidental, but I also feel like it's the stress of everything that makes me feel like that's what contributed.
Thank
Okay.
you, because that's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, it doesn't, but again, I think it's really important to not let your mom's projection of her own feelings and her own grief and her own anger, don't allow that projection for you to take that personally. That really is her path and her course. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Lots of love to you, honey. I know this is really
Thank
difficult,
you.
but I got to tell you, your dad came in with the biggest smile. He came in with the most love for you. And that's what I want you to hold on to. Okay.
That's what he always had, a smile on his face.
Yeah. Well, he still does, but you're still his little angel, his little baby. Okay.
Well, thank you so much. I needed to hear all this.
You're so welcome. Lots of love to you, babe. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye, hon.
Bye.
It's a great question that someone has when a passing is accidental or intentional, right? And again, I think sometimes it's important to remember too where someone may be in their life. And I do believe that when someone passes, there is no blame, and they really do reflect, and they do want to tell people they care about them and love them. And so my heart goes out to Jessica. Let's take another caller here. How about 302? Hi, 302. This is Colby.
Hello.
Hi there. Who is this?
Hi. It's Jody.
Hi, Jody. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well, Jody. What can I do for you tonight?
I want to connect to my mother.
Jody, I'm just kind of curious because I do have a lady, but I think this lady just wouldn't take any nonsense from anyone. Would that make sense around your mom?
Yes, that's my mother.
Okay, because she just sit there and she's just like, get on with it.
That's my mom. She wouldn't take no nonsense.
That's what she gives me. And I don't feel like she's a tall lady. I almost like she's a little shorter, but mighty. Does that make sense? Like,
yes,
okay,
yes.
okay,
That
like
makes perfect sense.
I mean, I don't even know she even got to 5 feet, but she just ran that house and ran through it like a truck driver.
Yes, she did.
She also shows me cards. Do you remember playing cards with her? Maybe even when you were younger, or she enjoyed playing cards around the house?
When we were younger, we did. When we were younger.
Okay, got it. Because she gives me that.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Is it playing cards? Because she used to have a lot of birthday cards.
No, playing cards. Playing cards.
Okay.
Yeah, playing cards. But she also,
when we were younger, she did.
That's what I thought. But she also gives me a feeling around her. I don't feel like you guys grew up with a lot of money, but I feel like your mom was very resourceful, trying to make things fun around the house, trying to kind of keep your kids occupied. You understand that? I also feel
I understand that.
You have siblings. Am I right, Jody? I feel like you have a sister.
I have a lot of them.
Okay. Are there 3 of the same gender?
No, there's a lot of us.
Okay. How many boys, how many girls?
4 boys and 4 girls.
Okay, that is a lot. She gives me, I feel like there's a 3. So I'm just trying to connect that 3. I don't know if you have 3 kids or if there's a connection to the month of March. But to
I have 3 kids.
Oh, there you go. So that's what she's acknowledging. Okay. Now she gives me a feeling though, like very close to the family. People are loving her. Like, even though she's a straight shooter and sometimes it could be a little hurtful, right? I think at the same time, everybody loves her. Everybody appreciates this, Now, I do feel like after her passing, would I be correct that there's a disagreement maybe with some of her belongings or something here after her passing? Like maybe
somewhat.
Who got what, who gets what, that sort of thing. But I feel like, I feel like just deciding, because she didn't have it. Like I said, she didn't have a lot of things. I think she had a couple little rings. I do feel like you got one of these rings, right, Jody? Is that correct, honey?
No, I didn't. My sister got it.
Okay. But so then maybe there would have been talk about who got that ring or something, right? Am I correct? Because she's showing me this back and forth here.
Yes.
Okay. Now, she also gives me the sense with her of her little nightgowns. Maybe they're a muumuu, right? But do you know her little nightgowns that she would enjoy wearing as she got ill? Okay, because she makes me feel like she got to a point where she just throw her little muumuu on and go about her day.
Yeah, that was my mom.
Oh, yeah, she's super happy about that. Now, your grandma, her mother is also on the other side. I would be correct, right? Because she shows me she's with her.
Okay, she's with her mother. Okay.
Yeah. And so she gives me a sense of letting us know that she's with her. She also gives me would you in her bedroom, is it all kind of you remember her bedroom, right? Is the dresser like a dark wood, like the dresser's
Yes,
like
it is. Yes,
yeah,
it is.
okay, cuz she keeps showing me that dresser. Your mom is very neat, but I will tell you, I think when she got a little older or wasn't feeling well, it would get a little dusty and it would drive her crazy because she really liked things cleaned and polished.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it would drive her crazy. But I even feel like there's a little, do you know what a doily is? Like there's something that was on that dresser as well, correct? Like a little doily or
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. Because
Yeah.
she shows me that as well. And she also gives me the jewelry box. I feel like there was a small jewelry box. I'm just asking her who got it. So I'm trying to figure that out. Would you understand that there's a jewelry box where maybe one of your other sisters got the jewelry box?
Yeah.
Okay. And so she also shows me a red stone. I'm always really bad at that. Is that January? Would you understand a connection to the month of January for a birthday celebration?
Yeah.
Okay. Because she gives me that as well. Okay.
Her birthday's in January.
Yeah, okay, that's it. There we go. So that makes sense. The birthday's in January. But I just feel like to her too, she's loving grandbabies. So I think there's even a lot of grandbabies because she loves grandbabies, right? She's loving all these. Now, to me though, it's been a while, I think, since she's passed, but there's also a grandson, correct? Born after she passed. Is that correct?
Not that I know of.
Do you understand a grandbaby being born after she passed then, if it's not a grandson?
Not that I know of.
Hang on. Let's take it a step further. Would you understand?
One of her grandsons passed away, though.
That's just where I was going. That's just where I was going next, because she made me feel, that's where I was going next, because she just made me feel that there was a grandbaby and a grandson, and she wants to acknowledge and talk about this, okay? Now, he was young when he passed, correct?
Yes.
And she just makes me feel like she's with him and taking care of him. And so I do feel like she wants to acknowledge that. But there was that connection of letting us know, because there are a lot of grandbabies, right? We got a bunch. But I do feel like mentioning this one was important, just to say, hey, he's okay. I want everyone to know he's all right, okay? And I just feel like for her, she wants to let you know that I feel like overall your family is close, like, because she loves that. She wants the holidays together, the family together. You guys are different. I mean, there's definitely some differences, but I feel like overall you guys are close, or do the best you can to get along. Doesn't that make sense? Like I think you guys, even though you're different, you all just go, you know what? Mom would want us together, like we work through things. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is it you or your sister that's the hothead? Because she tells me one of her daughters is a real hothead.
It's me.
Okay. All right. Well, she's telling you to don't get your in a tizzy, because a lot of times you can get really upset and get really stubborn. And she's just saying she loves you, but you're getting a little older. Let's just calm down about these things, okay? They're just little things.
Okay.
All right. Yes, isn't that funny? And now
Is she okay?
Oh, she's fantastic. What are you talking? Do you not hear her? She's doing great. She's doing just fine.
I miss her so much.
Now you have a tattoo, huh, Jody? Don't you have a tattoo? It may not be of her or for her, but she's giving me a feeling you have a tattoo. Do you have a tattoo on your ankle?
One for her and her.
Oh, okay.
No, on my wrist.
Okay,
I just got it for her and her writing.
Got it. Okay, there we go. So she's letting you know.
Card.
So she knows. She knows about the tattoo and letting you know she knows. She also shows me a rose for you. So I do feel like letting you know that rose is a connector, the rose and the heart. Okay. So she's letting us know. that those are the connectors for you. Okay. And anything that you wanted to ask a question before I interjected. What did you want
I
to
wanted
ask?
to ask one. Is she happy of what we did with the house?
Well, I feel like
Her house.
I feel like the house was sold though. Am I correct?
It was sold, yes.
Okay, because she makes me feel like this was okay. But I think the best thing about it was, to me, there was no fighting. Like, I feel like you guys came to a decision, like I said earlier, right? And I feel like the most
There was no fighting. It went. I just wanted to know if her grandson got it.
Yeah, she makes me feel like she is very, very happy, but she's also making me feel like she is so glad there was no fighting. That to me is the most important thing. So just remember that.
Yeah, she probably would have thought there was fighting.
Yeah, and so she's very, very happy about that. But I do feel like that grandson has been doing some work on that house. Either he's been working on it or has someone working on it.
Yeah,
because she's loving the changes. I do feel like he's been working on some floors, making it stronger again. So she's making me feel like she does love all of this. Can I tell you, I don't know, don't make him freak out, but she walks around that house. All right. So,
okay. He'll love it. He'll love it.
She walks around that house. There's something, ask him. She makes me feel like there's something in one of the rooms he has not changed. So maybe, I don't know if there's like a cedar closet or something in one of the rooms he has left original, and she's happy he did this.
It's her room.
Okay. Can you
He lives in her room and he's done nothing to it.
She loves this though. It makes me feel like she really, because it still even has her smell. It's a little bit of an old smell. But it makes me feel like she's very happy about this.
Yes. Okay. I'll tell him.
I'll ask him too if there's either in that room or in the house a cross. Like, I feel like she had a cross and that cross is still in the house somewhere.
I took it.
Oh. Well, there we go.
You didn't want it, and I took it for my daughter.
There we go.
And it's staying at this house. Matter of fact, it's staying at my other house.
There you go. So again, see, so she knows that you guys did this. Yeah, so she knows that you did this. So just know that she's happy. She's doing well. She sends all of her love to everyone. And just to let you know that she is doing just fine, okay?
Is she taking care of my brothers?
Of course she is.
She's okay.
Your mom is, you know her, your mom. She took care of everyone while she was here and on the other side. All right? She's like, don't question me.
That's her.
You know how many butts I wiped at one time? I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's her.
So anyhow, lots of love to you guys. Have a wonderful night, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, everyone. I love that lady, right? She's got a great sense of humor, right? She's not going to listen to it. No one's telling her what to do. Oh my goodness, right? All right, here we go. Let us take another caller. How about 720? Hey, 720.
Hi,
this is Colby.
Hi, Colby. This is Janice.
Hi, Janice. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm good.
What can I do for you tonight?
I'm coming up on my son's 5th anniversary of his death, and I'm always anxious to know
to connect.
I'm doing okay with his memory and connect, and
okay,
just know how he's okay. And
so, the first thing is, 5 years, and I know it's still extremely difficult, right? And I know how hard it must be for you. But I also know that you get a great amount of pleasure talking about him, sharing, because he lets me know you talk about him to everyone, and he loves that you talk about him. So he does give me that. So I feel like you're not afraid to talk about him. Does that make sense here?
Absolutely, 100%.
He loves that. He loves that you still brag about him, and he really loves that. Okay, So that makes him feel really, really good. The other thing too is I kind of feel like for him, he had some struggles. Would you understand that, Janice?
Definitely.
Because I feel like
Definitely.
one of the things is how do I say this? It makes him feel good that you're very, very proud of him. Like, I feel like you have such a sense of pride for him, but even though he had these struggles, that makes sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And he
Oh, yeah.
loves that you had that. He also shares with me his picture. Do you know if see, another tattoo just came in. So I'm not sure if you got a tattoo, Janice, but would you understand somebody getting a
No.
tattoo for your son?
My daughter is working on one. Yeah.
Okay. I am just curious as well. Did somebody draw his face? He shows me his picture, but I feel like it's more of a drawing than a photograph. Do you know if we have that
I
somewhere?
don't know of that.
Okay.
I don't know. I can check.
Yeah, why don't you check? Because it feels like it's a drawing and something he thought was really cool. So maybe his friend was an artist and drew it or something like this, but he gives me that. But I also feel like with him, he's kind of a rough and tumble, like definitely a boy. Like he's
Definitely.
you know, like he could get kind of scrappy, right? Like he's into getting dirty, into riding bikes or things like this. Like he just makes me feel like he's a boy, a total boy. And he
was really, yes.
and he makes me feel like he had a good amount of friends. Like I do feel like he had a lot of friends, a lot girls and guys though. He's like, even though he's a guy's guy, he has a lot of female friends as well, because he's also, completely like honestly such a gentleman. Right. And so I feel like, even after a relationship didn't work out, he'd be friends with them or something like this. You understand that? He's always like trying to help people.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Always trying to help people. I am curious. He shows me a baby. Would you understand? Is it that your daughter had a baby after his passing, or is it that he has a son?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
Yes.
He wants to
She's
acknowledge.
named after him.
Yes, she wants to acknowledge. He wants to acknowledge this baby because he knows about the baby, knows about the name. Also, do me a favor. One step further, though, going back to that picture. Even though she's ask her. Maybe it's like if we did a picture of this baby and a picture of your son at that age, like they look alike, or there's something here.
We've done that.
Okay, you understand
We've
that they
done
look alike,
comparisons.
right? Yeah, so that's
Yes, they do.
yeah, that's what he's talking about. So he's bringing that in. Now, he talks to this baby all the time, but your daughter knows that because she hears him. So
Yes.
talks to him
And
all the time.
And she's under 2. She was under 2 and in the back seat on a car ride with my daughter and I, and she just said, Casey.
Yes.
So we know she talks to him. He talks to her.
He talks to her. And then in the house, I feel like it's your house, but he'll also mess with your lights. So you understand that your lights, your electricity, something like this. He loves, he loves doing that just to let you know he's around. And sometimes you'll test him, Casey, if that's you, and then it will happen. You're like, oh my God, okay, I'm not going to ask you anymore.
It happens.
He thinks it's really fun. He does. But he also shows me, that was 2 different things. Hang on. He shows me a setup that you have in the house for him. It's his picture. Hang on. Don't say anything to me yet. His picture, maybe his ashes too. Do you have some of his ashes in the house around the picture?
Not exactly, but
do you understand a picture
I
of him?
have both.
Okay, you have both.
Yes.
Would you understand his picture? And then we have a little container or something near that photograph.
Yes, I do.
But it opens. I think something opens and there's something in it, correct? No?
Right. I just haven't got the ashes in it yet. That's all.
But you understand that's where they're going. So what I'm talking about, you understand is the intention, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
He knows this.
Definitely.
Now, listen, he knows this, and I know you have your process, and I want to respect your process. But he's like, Mom, let's get on with it. So you do your process, but he knows this is his home. He knows this is where he belongs. And so I just want to share that with you, okay? There's also
That's real important.
and there's a dog with him. So I feel like they would have had a dog in there when they were kids, but he makes me feel like there's a dog on the other side with him. Would you understand a dog, a family dog or something like this? Because he lets me know there's a dog with him. Okay. So I think this is a bigger dog, right? Like, I feel like it was a bit of a bigger dog.
Yeah.
Like not a lab or a golden retriever, something like this. But he makes me feel like the dog is with him.
Right.
Okay. So he gives me that. Listen, I know it's been 5 years. I wish I could say one day it won't hurt at all, but we know that's not true, Mom. I mean, this is your breath.
That's never going to be true.
This is your breath, your body, your heart. But I do feel that as time passes, you living your life and you being happy, and this grandbaby, which is just the beginning, your sister, everyone living and being happy is what makes him so happy on the other side. Okay. It's what makes him just feel so good. So I feel like the more you guys do that, as you're trying to do, is you're honoring him in the absolute best possible way. You're ask in the daughter's bedroom, her name is spelled out somewhere in that bedroom. Am I correct? Like up on a wall or something, her name?
Yes.
See, so he's just kind of saying, look, I am in the room, Colby. So I feel like he just wanted to prove it to us all. One of the things about him, he loves being right. We all know that. Loves being right. So I just feel like it's one of those things where he's got a great sense of humor, loves to play around, loves to let you guys know he's there. One of the things is for that niece, loves to tickle her feet. So if you see her giggling or laughing or moving her feet a lot, it's because he's tickling them, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that? Noticed that? Because she'll wiggle around, but that's him tickling her feet.
There's a lot to do with her feet, yes.
Yes.
Very much so.
He has a lot to do with that. So lots of love to you. Have a beautiful night, and let your daughter know he loves everyone very, very much. And I'll leave that with you, okay?
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Lots of love to you, Mom.
Thank you, babe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, everybody, let us do another caller here. Here we go. Let's see. How about we do 978? Hi, 978.
Hello.
Hi there. Who is this?
This is Becky.
Jesse, is that what you said?
Becky.
Becky. Thank you, Becky. How are you tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm well. What can I do for you, sweetheart?
Well, I was just wanting to hear from my grandmother or my father.
Okay, got it. I feel like your grandmother honestly comes in quicker and stronger. So I feel like you have been so close to grandma, right? Because
I miss her.
she makes me feel like she took care of you a lot of taking care of you. And I think also you took care of her a bit, right? So to me, there was just this real close bond that we have, this friendship, this bond. I feel like you would help her with things, help her around the house or help her with errands. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I used to love going out with her to yard sales. And...
Yes. Yeah. She did show me that little shopping bag too, right? And I feel like for her, she gives me a sense too where, you know what's cute though? Even at the yard sales, like she'd have her little coin purse, right? And I feel like, even as a woman, she'd still sit there and like to buy you a little something. No, let me get this for you. No, I got this.
Absolutely.
And it might be 50 cents or 75 cents, but it gave her such joy to get you a little something. Yeah, she gives me a little bit. But I also know, again, when we would go out, this was important to her because she would try to kind of do herself up a little bit for these outings, right? She'd, make sure she had her little nice outfit on. But she definitely, I feel like she had a lot of trouble walking because she keeps making me feel like she had to have shoes and then maybe a walker at some point. But she makes me feel like the walking was very difficult for her as she got older. You understand that?
Yeah. Yeah.
But she also gives me a feeling. I feel like you may have a necklace from her or something. Would that be right here, honey? A ring? It's a ring, you said?
It's a ring. Yep.
Okay, because she makes me feel that she knows about this, but she also gives me the sense of a heart too. So she shows me a heart for you. I am curious, I know you have the ring. Are you sure you don't have a necklace as well, even if I go back in time? A necklace that she would have gotten you by chance?
It could have been that. I just don't remember now.
Okay, okay. Because I do feel like there's
probably
something.
From a yard sale.
I feel like there's a or I'm just curious. Would your dad have gotten you a necklace? I'm just curious to see if your dad is trying to pop through.
My dad was a jeweler.
Oh, there.
So yeah.
So I feel like dad was getting a little jealous here, right? Like, hello, excuse me. So there we go. That makes sense. I do feel like, they're both here and they're both around you. Your grandma gives me the sense. I do feel like your grandma just loved the garden or loved her flowers. I do feel like she really enjoyed just these little things in life. Do you understand that?
Yeah, mice, lady slipper flowers in Massachusetts.
Oh, wow.
Everything, little birds, everything, crickets,
yes.
Everything she loved.
Yeah, she just makes me feel like this is her home and loved like a pretty little garden, a pretty little yard. It just meant the world to her, And and I do feel like there's a porch where she would have loved sitting out on a porch. So because she really gives me that. And what a great laugh. Like she's got this amazing, cute little laugh, right? So
and her whole body shook.
Yeah, she gives me that. I am just curious though, would you happen to have a daughter as well? Because I feel like there's a granddaughter, or you are the granddaughter. Would you understand her having a great granddaughter by chance?
I lost a baby at 20 weeks, and it was before she was gone.
Okay. She lets me know she is with this baby. She lets me know to let you know that she is with this baby, not to worry. And it's like, I don't know if she sings to this baby like little lullabies. And I feel like she would have sang to you when you were little. Not sure if you remember, but she'd sit there and just make sure you were very comforted, things like that.
She was a lover.
Yep. She lets me know that she takes care of this baby for you. Okay. Your dad just gives me a feeling of letting you know that he's right around you. He gives me, there's something about maybe he didn't get a chance to say goodbye to everyone. So were you not there when he passed, or maybe he didn't get someone wasn't there?
My sisters and I hadn't talked to him for like 10 years.
Okay. So he gives me a sense of wanting to just let you know that he loves you guys very much. And he's also doing a lot of work. There's obviously a lot of apology on his behalf, right? But he just gives me a sense. He gives me a sense of just saying, listen, I'm working on it. I want you to know I understand now. And again, I feel like there may have been some abuse. I'm not, I don't want to wag a finger, but I feel like he wants to, I think he denied this for years and years and years. And I feel like he says to you, hey, I want to take responsibility for this. And to let you guys know. And he just gives me a feeling of just saying, listen, I'm working on it. I'm working on myself. It's almost like, I don't know if he was I heard angry little man. I don't know if he just wasn't a tall man, but he just angry little man is what I heard.
I was so afraid of him.
Yeah.
Afraid of him. He was very explosive. Never hit me, but he went off. And I'm very sensitive, and I was very afraid of him.
Yes. So he just gives me a sense, listen, obviously there's a lot of apologies. There's a lot of regret over the trauma he caused all the kids, okay? But I feel like it's also, it's so important to know how much he does love you guys. And I feel like he's hoping to heal that relationship from the other side. So can you also let your sisters know?
I feel more closer.
Yes.
I haven't talked to my sisters, so I don't talk to them much. So, but I feel more close to him since he's crossed over, because our spirituality, the things we believed in, we used to look at stars, and I was very much like him in that way.
Yes. And so what I feel like, though, is he's repairing, just so you know, it's not just you doing your work on this side. He wants you to know he's doing his work on his side as well to heal this relationship and to kind of send you these signs to show you how much he does love you. Okay.
I keep seeing Nichols, and when I had a dream about him the second week after he died, he said he was in heaven and he was all white, dressed all in white. And he said that he loved me and he was so sorry.
Yeah, see?
And when I woke up, it was 5:55.
Yeah, see? That's exactly a visit. So that apology that we're talking about is exactly true. And I just want you to know that that was a visit. It's a visit. The Nichols are from him 100%. Oddly enough, this is the weirdest thing. This may come in. You either may see a falling star, or somebody names a star, or a gift of a star. There's something weird here, but just know the star.
We used to have a friend. We had a friend who named our last name that star, a star.
There you
go.
I
love looking at the stars at night.
Yes.
And I just love watching shooting stars, and I feel like it makes us closer, even with my daughter out there,
Yes. So just knowing that he's there with you and he knows about the star and he has that connection with you as well. Okay.
Oh, good.
So lots of love to you. Oh, honey, you are so welcome. Lots of love to you. And you have a beautiful night. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, babe. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, so many healing messages tonight. So thank you guys all for tuning in and for being here with me. I have so many callers in the call line, but always try each and every week. Please try on our date nights, and I'll just try to get through as many as I can. That is the end of our show. Remember, those development circles do start next week. A lot of events coming up in September, so stay tuned. And I will see you guys next week. Have an amazing night. And thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thank you for listening to the Colby Rebel Show. Be sure to follow Colby on social media at Psychic Rebel. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, please head on over to iTunes to leave a review to help Colby grow the tribe. Colby is an international psychic medium, teacher, best-selling author, and speaker. She is a master teacher of the Lisa Williams International School of Spiritual Development and is the owner of the Colby Rebel Spirit Center in Los Angeles. Visit colbyrebel.com.